we go. At the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ay, on the road, here we go.
Here we go, hey. Hello and welcome to another episode of the Alex and Smooth Show. My name is Jay Smooth, and this is my dog.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Alex. Thank you guys for checking us out. We cover current events, fight recaps, and upcoming fights and bets and everything. So stick tuned to our episode.
Yeah, a little bit of everything. We cover a little bit of everything, and sometimes we even have UFC fighters in. So.
Oh yeah, dude. Hopefully we'll have someone pretty soon in.
I'm working.
Fingers crossed.
I'm working on it, and I'm speaking it to existence. I'm trying to get this to happen. So.
Dude,
give us your prayers and cross your fingers.
Put a little prayer emoji in the comment section.
Yes, there you go. Drop a prayer in the comment section. That's
Dude,
great.
how you been? I know everyone's like, has their own things going on, but what's the update on you, man?
Well, really not a whole lot. I mean, I'm ready for vacation, as you can see. So.
I thought you were getting ready for the weekend, man, for the fights.
I am getting ready for the weekend. Yeah, so definitely I'm getting ready for the fights. We're going to the Aquarium of the Pacific. I got an eventful weekend, and it's going to be full of spending some money and hopefully making some money.
Dude, my previous weekend, I took Mia to Six Flags for the first time.
Yes,
and
man,
so,
awesome.
Dude, I don't even know how much I spent, but it was kind of pricey. But I was so excited that she was able to get on her first roller coaster, which was Goliath. And she was nervous, but she didn't like chicken out, I was kind of excited about that.
It's awesome to witness when your kid has that courage and that ability to overcome fear.
Yeah.
And hopefully one day I'll get to see that, which I will in a couple years.
In a couple years. But I was going to tell you, they got rid of the drop.
Yeah, man, I'm not mad about that.
Dude, I was looking forward to it. I was like, oh, you know what? I can't wait to bring the guys back here. We can all, hang out as a family, bring the family there.
There was two rides I didn't want to do over there. The Superman one and the drop, which was right next to it. They just weren't my cup of tea.
Yeah, Superman, I don't know. It was closed for construction. They're doing this Wonder Woman ride and right there by Batman. So it was just a lot of the rides were under construction or just closed. I don't know if it was just because it's not the summertime yet. It feels like freaking summer. It is hot.
It's definitely coming.
I'm over here with a flannel, but it was a blast. We got on Tatsu. I thought she was really kind of freaking out on that one, just a little bit, just because she was like, "What?" Her legs are strapped in, and then you just like start flying and you start taking off. She goes, "Dad, hold my hand." I'm like, "Shoot!" I'm like trying to hold on over here.
It is a little rough because your whole equilibrium is shifted. It's a little different, like when you're sitting on the Riddler one.
Yeah, the Riddler one was pretty cool. That one she did. She was like, "Oh, that wasn't that bad." And I was like, "Oh, heck yeah, let's keep on riding it."
Yeah, that's because she's a female and as a male, that ride's a little more rough, unfortunately.
Dude, my head was just bobbing. So you know how they have like the safety foams on each side of the Riddler? So my head was just just getting banged left and right, man.
Well, it's a good thing that thing is built for it.
All right, man. Let's get the current events going. So what do we have going right now?
Well, it seems like I have an early birthday present. So Anderson Silva is set to box Bruno Machado in an exhibition match on May 14th in Dubai.
This is exciting. We get to watch Anderson Silva do his thing in boxing.
Hey,
and this is his second fight. His last fight was Julio Cesar Chavez Jr., right?
Yes, which was clearly a win by Anderson Silva.
Yeah, so
I'm excited for this. I'm definitely going to be drunk, and I'm definitely going to be watching this.
Exciting. And on your birthday, right?
Yes, sir.
Ooh, we going to party. All right, man. So my uncle today, he's actually in Miami. And this kind of plays into current events because he was at this Bitcoin convention, and Francis Ngannou was one of the speakers there.
Really?
Yes. So it was Adam Curry and Francis Ngannou talking about Bitcoin. I have a clip about it, but I can pretty much summarize it. They were just talking about Francis Ngannou was talking about how he wants Bitcoin to go to Africa, and just because it would kind of level out the currency field, because they kind of have. Yeah, he was talking about having gold or all these other currencies, but when you go off to do business in other countries, there's the current, it doesn't really go together or something. So that's what I was saying.
The essential thing, and I'm sure we're gonna get ripped on it, but I'm looking forward to it.
You know what? I could play the clip if you guys want to.
I mean, we can probably tag it in the bio, I guess, or something. Yeah, we'll play the clip if you'd like. Here, we'll pause for a second to play the clip.
That sounds fantastic. Now, Francis, let's talk about Cameroon, where you're from, and from Africa, and you've got the Bitcoin revolution is enabling all kinds of people to, I guess you could say, escape fiat money, escape a lot of things that have been going for quite some time. How do you give us an update on that?
Yeah, I do believe in Bitcoin, and I think this could be a future of the finance and trading in Africa. You know, because we have a lot of problem of transaction of trading based on our currency, which is always backed up by some different country, European country, and
France.
Let's
just call it. Yeah, right.
There's 14 countries.
They control the money, right?
Yeah, there's 14 countries in Africa who doesn't have their own currency. They just use French money. French just make their money and be the guarantee. You know, so their money is not backed up by gold. Even though if it was, the thing is like you can do a transaction with gold easily. You know, you need to move to carry a gold and then travel somewhere, go to give it to somebody physically. But now with a Bitcoin, you can sit at home and pay your supplier wherever it is. You know, so that's why I think this is going to be a very good thing for Africa in general. For business, financially, to help business grow there and to make things easy. Like once again, we are talking about decentralizing. You know, it's like the first time that is the only thing that you can do without nobody has a control on it. Because even a goal, to carry a certain amount of gold, you need certain license and this approval, all the paperwork. But with Bitcoin, as long as you have your Bitcoin in your wallet.
All right, so let me just explain this. Currency is based on leverage of something, right? Gold, silver, some sort of leverage. Like that's what a country bases their currency off of. At least that's how it used to be. Nowadays, you just print it out of a machine. Yeah. Or, in fact, you just get it out your crypto wallet.
Yeah.
So that's what Bitcoin is now. It's a different way to utilize the barter and trade system. And this is an interesting situation. I really would like to see how far this goes and to have big supporters like Francis Ngannou, Adam Curry, all these people that are utilizing Bitcoin and pushing for it. It's interesting to see. I mean, yeah. There's also, I mean, I don't know. There's countries that are getting involved with Bitcoin. So
now talking about Bitcoin, I feel like the big old surge, the big old hype was right when everything has shut down, right? And that's when
the cryptocurrency really took off. Yeah.
Yeah. And then I feel like it's been taking a dive for the past 2 years.
Well, it has been explained as a Ponzi scheme from some people. And unfortunately, that's exactly what stocks are, realistically. I mean, it's just...
Dude, you're about to get ripped in the comment section.
Bring it. No, I mean, I'm just keeping it a buck, you know? It's like, this is how we generate an economy, and I'm all for it. I'm here to play. You know, I'm not hating on the system. I'm just trying to explain it in layman's terms.
Yeah.
You know, in a lame man's terms. I'm a lame man, apparently, to you people, and I'm just trying to explain it to some other lame people.
Now, it's exciting. He was actually in the, what do you call it, like a recovery cast? I don't know. Not in a cast, per se, but it was one of those where, like a brace. There we go. That's the word I was looking for.
Okay.
And
surgery.
Yeah, this is obviously post-surgery. And yeah, it was just cool to watch him. He shaved his head almost like a one, or like almost like a. He doesn't have the hair he has right now.
I mean, he's trying not to go see the barber since he can't get up and walk around too much.
But yeah, no, that was pretty cool. He just sent me some stuff, but it kind of led into what some news that Dana White was announcing. UFC to debut fan bonus of the night. Paid in Bitcoin. Do you want to read the rest?
Sure. Beginning at UFC 273, the promotion is introducing a Fan Bonus of the Night award that is decided via global fan vote, with the winners receiving a 5-figure bonus in Bitcoin. That sounds amazing, but it also sounds a little bit rough because if it's based off a global fan vote, you're talking about bots that come into play. You're talking about people that can manipulate,
the voting system. And not only that, it becomes a popularity vote, right?
Yeah.
Unless it's like a crazy good fight, like if you're on the prelims and or like the first fight on the pay-per-view, you have to outperform the entire rest of the night to get that.
I would like something along the lines similar to the Pat McAfee show. Shout out to Pat McAfee, where if the UFC was like, okay, tag at UFC 273 or and then put hashtag UFC 273 and then put your your crypto wallet tag information, and then they go through and they'll just pick a random winner. That makes a little more sense. As per se, this other way where it's a global fan vote, I think it can be manipulated or altered.
But we're gonna find out when Saturday.
Yeah, it's interesting, and I love the idea. I love the premise. Like, once again, shout out to Pat McAfee, because FanDuel and all, they be giving out money.
Yeah,
they really do. You got to just put the hashtags and tag your Cash App.
Yeah.
And I think that's cool, man. It's definitely, it gets the people involved.
Hopefully, at one point, hopefully in the future, we can do that for our fans.
That would be amazing.
Now growing the channel,
Exactly. Whatever type of product that we have to offer, we're here to provide. You know
what? We used to have that art giveaways. We need to bring that back. I felt like we were creating more of a because people like free things. So
I would love to paint something, and I would love to give it away. Now, let's just be honest here, guys. Mine ain't the best compared to this guy. Shout out to Alex Murillo Art.
Thank you.
But I'm definitely down for the giveaways. And if you guys can drop a comment below, let us know what type of MMA fighter or something you'd want us to paint. Give us some ideas, and we'll run with it.
Yeah, let's do that, man. Shoot. Well, we didn't have any fight recaps. Normally in the show, we'll have recap the fights from the previous weekend.
Just beat up the whole week and put it to sleep.
Yeah. But we didn't have anything. So now we have UFC 273. I feel like we can talk about the entire card, the main card actually for the pay-per-view, and make our picks. Here live.
Let's do it.
All right. So, ton of cards. The early prelims look pretty cool. Olenek is fighting on this card.
Yes.
But he's not fighting what was it? What was the other guy's name? Ivy something?
Latifi.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, I wonder why he couldn't fill that position.
Latifi got pulled, so Olenek was fresh and ready to go. I think that's how it went. No, I think Olenek got pulled. One of the two. Drop a comment below. Let me know.
Yeah, because that full card got pulled on the last fight night.
But nevertheless, I'm going with Olenek on this one here because I picked him last time, so I'm sticking consistent.
Yeah, same here, man. We'll see. We'll see how everything goes, man, because it's going to be an exciting night. The prelims, I'm excited for Raquel Pennington to fight Aspen Ladd. That's the fight I feel people might be sleeping on because Raquel Pennington is a great striker. She's also fighting on the same night with her girlfriend, Tasha Torres. So this is going to set the night for, I feel like kind of both of them because, they're going to be watching each other's fights. But they're pros, hopefully they can both win, or if one loses, the other can keep focus and,
Yeah, that's, that's always the concern, right, is that, when you fight with somebody that you love or care or train with, it can affect you in some type of way. Mm-hmm. But as a professional, you can go in there and get it done. But I'm definitely going with Aspen Ladd on that fight. I just have a feeling. And I'm going with the underdog.
Ooh, Raquel Pennington. I would go with Raquel Pennington.
I know you would, and that's why I'm going with Aspen Ladd.
Yeah, I know who you're picking, so I'm going the opposite. So we could cover both sides of the show.
Somebody got to do it.
Rosenstruck is fighting on this card and versus Tybura.
Now, it looks like Rosenstruck is the favorite, but by a tiny margin. I am definitely going to pick Rosenstruck in this fight. I do respect Tybura. I just think Rosenstruck is just going to get it done.
Yeah, same here. I'm picking the Rosenstruck to win this one. And then the main event for the prelims, Ian Gary versus Darian Weeks.
Well, I got to go with the Ian Gary.
Yeah, so he said in a post-fight or a pre-fight interview that he was one of the best trash talkers, or who he was mentioning Chael Sonnen and Conor McGregor were the best trash talkers, right?
They are.
Yes. So
I know he's working on it. Ian Gary's definitely working on becoming the. I mean, he's got a long way to even get to by Colby Covington.
yeah.
So, I'm not saying go find your niche. Please don't misinterpret that. But I mean, you have your niche. You know, keep doing what you're doing.
And he's one of the biggest favorites on the entire card. Well, I mean, obviously we'll go into the pay-per-view card, but out of the whole night, he's probably top 4.
It's a -365, at least according to ESPN. This is crazy. I feel like this is another Paddy Pimblett situation where we have somebody that's the momentum is in their favor.
Yes.
And I'm just looking forward to seeing what they can do now. Now, Darren Weeks can ride that wave. And if you put a stop to Ian Gary, I mean, a +280, bro, you can get people paid. Your career can take off, and that's a good stamp on the passport.
You start getting big names after that, you know?
That's a good stamp on the passport.
Yes, man. Looking forward to it. And then we have the pay-per-view.
Yes, we do.
Now, a ton of great fights. I had to look into the first fight of the pay-per-view, though. Had to do my research on that. But it looks like it's going to be an exciting fight. They're evenly well-matched.
Right.
But let's get into that part, man. So who do we have for the first fight?
You know, I'm definitely going to stir up some outrage right now. And we were talking a little bit about this earlier. Let's get into it. I'm going with Mark Madsen. My boy's 11-0, and I truly feel like I'm going to ride that momentum with him.
Now, me and you were talking off air. I feel like Vince Pitchell, I think I'm saying it right, he hasn't lost in 2012, though. Looking at his record
especially not with that porn stash. I love that shit, and I respect it. I really do.
Now, he is a slight favorite in this fight. I just feel like, you know what? He has the momentum. He hasn't lost in such a long time. Yes, he is going against an undefeated fighter. He has, I believe, three or four fights in the UFC, Mark Madsen. So I just feel like, you know what? Vince has been here for a while. He's been fighting a lot of people in the UFC.
Here's the thing. This is what stands out to me. The submission rate for Mark Madsen is 27% in comparison to Pichel, who has a 0% submission rate, at least according to the UFC. And the average fight time is pretty similar. Now, it looks like Pichel does spend about a minute more in the cage, but about 11 minutes to 10 minutes. They both fight similar amounts of time. These guys like to stay in there and at least go a couple rounds. So with that being said, I like the momentum that Madsen's got, and I'm putting money on it.
Oh, all right. Shoot. Well, you know what? I got Vince on it. I think he's going to get the win.
All right, we're putting $10 on a personal side bet.
Oh, really? All right. Let's do it. $10. Shit. All right. Next up. Now, this one is super exciting. Mackenzie Dern versus Tasha Torres.
Man. It is actually exciting. Did you see the press conference today?
Yes. Mackenzie Dern's like, hey, what are you going to do when I take you down?
Or when I got my arm around your neck.
I was like, oh, she's trying to start something, girl.
Hey, I love it. Hey, talk that talk. That's exactly what's going to happen in the fight if, in fact, it goes your way. So talk that talk. But let's get a little bit into the fight. So Tasha Torres is on a win streak in comparison to Mackenzie Dern.
They're just coming off a loss.
Yes. And it looks like most of Tasha Torres' wins come by decision. As per se, most of Mackenzie Dern's wins come by submission. I'm going Mackenzie Dern on this one, and I'm willing to put money.
Oh, so she is the favorite. Tasha Torres, so she's the one person I think who can actually, that's like an underdog. I'll take that back. We'll go into the main event. But also, I think she's one of the underdogs that could get it done.
I mean, I'd pick her for the parlay.
Yeah. Oh, you did pick her?
No, I said I would.
Oh, you would pick her?
Yes.
Yeah, I feel like Tasha Torres could get it done. I'll put 5 on it, to be honest.
Because, that makes the parlay a little bit bigger.
Yeah. You want to put 5 on it?
I mean, I'm down to put 5 on that one.
I got that. I got Tasha Torres on that. Sorry,
Mackenzie
I didn't
Dern.
look at your hands. I was trying to find.
No, you're good.
Yeah, I just feel like she's gonna edge the decision, take Mackenzie Dern to, the end of the third round, and Tasha Torres always gets the decision. I feel, like every single time.
Yeah, I mean,
Unless, dude, if Mackenzie Dern does not get a submission and it goes to decision, and if it's a close fight, it usually goes Torres.
I'm just looking at it as who really needs it more. Mackenzie Dern needs this more.
They both need it.
Nah, you're right.
They both need it.
She's coming off a loss though, so Mackenzie Dern really needs it.
Yeah.
But if Tasha Torres wins, then that puts her in title contention. So it's a great matchup. I'm just trying to ride with my pick, so I'm trying to justify it in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah. Number 5 versus number 7. I'm excited for this one.
Yes.
All right. Next up, honestly, for most people, this is the main event right here. Gilbert Burns versus Khamzat Chimaev.
It is the people's main event.
Yes. Now, I have a side bet with my brother, so I'm not going to bet you. You already have quite a bit on this fight. So we both talked about, like me and my brother talked about it, over the phone. And you know what? I picked Khamzat Chimaev. My brother picked Gilbert Burns, but he made a really great argument for Gilbert.
I definitely am a betting man, and I'm going with Khamzat Chimaev.
Yeah.
But I do respect all valid points that come Gilbert Burns' way. I do think he has the potential, and he is number 2 for a reason. But I do feel the momentum, the timing, the reach, and the actual skill set, I just feel like is going to be from Khamzat Chimaev. It's going to be an actual masterclass, and I feel like he's going to get through this fairly easy, and I feel like it's time for him to get to the title.
Yeah, so my brother was kind of mentioning that Gilbert Burns has the more of experience. He's fought tougher opponents, and he feels like he's going to shut down the hype train. And I was just like, okay, we'll see. We will see.
I mean, if we're using the first 2 arguments, the more experience and, what was your second argument?
The experience and why am I drawing a blank?
Yeah, either way, if we're utilizing that argument, then that would be the same when Cowboy fought Conor McGregor, and we seen what happened there.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know.
It could go
experience and age and
harder opponents fought.
Excuse me. Yes, exactly. Opponents and such. I mean, with that being said, I just feel once again momentum and timing. It's what it's all about.
Yeah. Well, I picked Khamzat Chimaev too, so that's who I'm picking for this fight. It's kind of crazy because
sorry, Lewis,
if you put money on the favorites on this card, you're not winning a lot of money. Like,
right.
If you're picking Khamzat Chimaev and then you have the favorites for the last 2 fights, let's get into it. The co-main event, Peter Yan versus Aljamain Sterling. Obviously, Peter Yan is a big favorite. Big favorite for this fight. I do believe Peter Yan is going to get it done. But if Aljamain Sterling wins, he's going to shock the world, to be honest.
That's exactly what it is for me. I feel Peter Yan's going to get it done in tremendous fashion. But if Aljamain Sterling does get it done, it is going to be a complete shock to the world. It'll be probably the second biggest upset to Amanda Nunes and Juliana Pena.
It would be one of the biggest
in my world.
Yeah, it would be. Well, I mean, obviously the Matt Serra versus GSP was the biggest. Then you had Amanda Nunes. Then you had, with.
I don't want to take away too much from Aljamain Sterling. He is deserving to be in the top of that division. He has fought and earned his way there. I mean, what he did to Corey Sandhagen is, is awesome. And Corey Sandhagen is like unfortunately, at the moment, the gatekeeper of the division. And he's like, the guy that you fight to get towards the top. So I don't want to take too much away from him, but Peter Yan is just a whole other animal. Like, in that first fight, we all seen what was happening.
Yeah, and
there's a reason why Aljamain was on the ground to begin with.
And I'm just going off that first fight. That first fight was so, dominant for Peter Yan, where I'm just like, it's very hard to see Aljamain Sterling winning this fight. Now, I'm not saying that he didn't learn from the first fight and he could make some adjustments.
And he also had surgery to repair some injuries, and so I feel like, he might be, fine-tuned. And that's helpful. You want the best version of those fighters in there, But realistically, I just feel like the skill set's different.
Now, did you watch the press conference?
I did.
So tell me if you didn't get like a weird kind of vibe, like when, I don't know, maybe it was just me getting this weird vibe where he was just like accepting that it felt like there was like a vibe. He's just like accepting whatever happens.
When's the last time you haven't seen Dana White introduce a press conference? From the get-go, it was weird. It was weird vibes.
Yeah.
When,
You know what?
John
It could be
Anik.
something like that. Yeah.
I loved it, though. I thought it was awesome. John Anik is the perfect person for that, and it was very smooth. But realistically, I felt like that was from the get-go. It was really weird. And then it just felt like Aljamain was like really just, I don't know, on a good one. Like he was really trying to sell
Why
it.
didn't they have face-offs?
That's another thing, too.
That was kind of weird, too.
Especially in the state of Florida where the pandemic's been over since 2019.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really
Y'all don't
know.
flag us, you two.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm just cracking
but
jokes,
no, that's a. I mean, it was just kind of weird how they were like, no, we're not gonna have face-offs, and Alexander Volkanovski was like, no, let's have it for the fans. Let's just have our own. And they obviously Aljamain Sterling was like, hey, come over here, Peter Yang. Let's face to face. And I felt like they would have had a great face-off, and it would have hyped the fight even more.
Yeah, but I felt like somebody would have
Somebody would have
pulled a Will Smith, and then it would have been all bad.
Someone got Chris rocked on there.
It's still a little early, guys. Sorry, I had to pull that one. I had to.
All right, let's go on to the main event. Alexander Volkanovski versus the Korean Zombie.
All right, guys. So let me be honest with you up front. I wasn't valuing this fight as much as I should have up until the week of this fight when the embedded started coming out and, just a little behind the scenes and such. And my respect for the Korean Zombie has tripled. I mean, this guy is a veteran in the sport. He's been
a
around.
legend.
Yeah, man. He's literally a legend. And he just doesn't have those big-time championship wins to camaraderie that.
Yeah.
Now is Saturday night is his chance to get it done against Alexander Volkanovski. Do I think that's going to happen? I personally don't think so. I think Volkanovski is going to get it done. I think he's going to go on to fight Max Holloway next and then lose his belt to Max. That's what I think is going to happen.
Oh, yeah. Hey, that would be a great fight to see. But
Have I not been consistent?
you have been consistent. You know what? He is dominant. Alexander Volkanovski is dominant. I was looking at his record. I mean, shoot, like 90% of them are all decisions,
Right.
or over 90%. The Korean Zombie has quite a bit of first round knockouts. So, not saying that he's going to knock out Alexander Volkanovski. I just feel like, you know what? We're kind of writing him off. It feels like the odds have just made it so big where I'm like, you know what? Korean Zombie does not have a chance. Alexander Volkanovski is going to get it done no matter what. I just don't.
Maybe they had to create some sort of gap in between one of these fights because the odds are so close with all the fights anyways.
Yeah, and I'm just like, dude,
There's really no money to be made to begin with.
yeah, and you know what? I was like, you know what? If I'm betting on an underdog, Korean Zombie. Now, granted, how big the odds are, you never know in a fight. Korean Zombie has an opportunity to win this fight. Now, can he get it done by KO or submission? Possibly. I feel like he could probably get the KO.
Always has the potential. This dude's
but-
gnarly, man. He
but-
always has the potential.
You know what? Because I feel like, there's a lot of things going for Korean Zombie. Like, if he wins, he will be the first. I want to be correct. Is he the first? Would be the first Japanese or Korean, right? Korean, South Korea. He would be the first Korean champion.
Yeah.
Right. So I feel like that would be major for him, major for his country.
Yeah, major for the sport.
Major for the sport. And I just feel like if there was ever a time, it's gonna be this Saturday. It will never happen again. I don't think he will get another title chance.
I'm here for it.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm here for it, and that's a fight I'd pick on the parlay as well, just to once again try to get that plus 3,000 or something.
Yeah, the parlays. I'm telling you, like, for example, like if I was legit just gonna bet big money, of course I would go with the favorite, Alexander Volkanovski. But if we really want to win a little bit of money, you got to pick some underdogs. And for an underdog, I'm picking Korean Zombie to win this fight.
Yes.
It's gonna be a tough one. It's not 100%. but
Right.
it's gonna definitely be a tough one.
Hey, I'm here for it.
So let me go back. So for my parlay, I have the Korean Zombie, Peter Yan, Ian, what's his name?
Ian Gary.
Gary, and Rosenstruck for this fight.
Cool.
So I have five picks, and hopefully I'll get it done. But I also have a separate parlay because you never know what's gonna happen in the sport of MMA. I pick the 3 underdogs. I don't know if I'm gonna win, but I only put $5 on it, and if I win, it's gonna be close to $600.
Yeah, dude, I'm rooting for you because we need that.
Yeah, we need that. But realistically, I don't think the 3 underdogs are going to win. A close fight would probably be Gilbert Burns versus Khamzat. That might be a close fight. And Korean Zombie, I just feel like the gap. I mean, what were the odds on that again?
I want to say it was fairly big.
Yeah, so Volkanovski minus 720 and Korean Zombie is a plus 500. So I feel like that fight could go to decision, and Korean Zombie could get that decision. Could. We never know.
Man,
And also,
they're forcing you to pick Aljamain Sterling in your parlays, bro. They're really forcing you to pick him because that plus 350 is, it's hard to find anywhere else.
no.
Yeah, no.
So yeah, enjoy the fights, man. See. So who you got?
So I'm going. So for my parlay, I'll pick the Korean Zombie just to get that parlay going. I'm definitely gonna pick. I'm gonna go with some winners too. So I'm gonna go Mackenzie Dern. I'm picking Aspen Ladd because she's definitely the underdog, and I'm gonna pick Madsen because he's underdog as well. Fuck it.
Yeah, and he's undefeated.
Fuck it.
And plus, you did pick him on our side bet.
Fuck it. Riding high.
Riding high, man. Dude, I'm excited for this weekend. It's a short episode, but it's, you know what? We're getting ready. We're going to make little clips about this, and I'm definitely looking forward to the Gilbert Burns Khamzat Chimaev fight. That's the one I want to see. That's the one I'm excited for. Peter Yan, I feel he's going to get it done. He's super easy. And then Korean Zombie might get the win. Might.
I'm looking forward to seeing if, we know what the fuck we're talking about or not.
But we were one off on our last picks.
You're right.
We were only one off.
No, we were.
And for me, it was just one of those where I'm like, what happened? I thought I had it done. Almost had all 5, but
I mean, at least yours happened a little earlier in the night. That's I'd rather have the air deflated towards the end. Mine went towards the beginning. Mine was right at the end.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, I feel so bad for you. But you know what? It is what it is. It's a fight game, and you never know. So those are our picks for the Alex and Smooth show. And man, you want to add to it, bro?
I just want to say until next time, guys, we love you.
We love you. Peace.